Welcome to Along the Rock, brought to you by the Radar Free Press. I am your host, Kaitlyn Blum, and today with us we have Mandy Dallas, and you're here to tell us about the Tools for School event, right?
Yes.
Excellent. So what is that event?
Tools for School is a program provided to Dixon students that provides a backpack and school supplies for students who qualify for free and reduced lunch. They don't get every supply that's on the supply list, but they do get enough to get them started in the school year and help them to be successful.
That's great. School supplies, they get more expensive every year. So that is so nice that you're able to help students like that. How many did you help last year?
Last year we helped 660 students with backpacks and school supplies.
And are you expecting the same amount or more for this year?
I always plan for more. I'm anticipating a little bit more than last year, yes.
Okay. Are there any moments from like a previous year that just like really stuck out to you?
Well, I think what we love the most about the program is that kids leave so excited for school. They're ready to start school. They feel good about themselves because they have a new backpack, they have their supplies, and we did last year offer free haircuts, so we do have kids that just need that little trim and they feel so good about themselves when they leave.
Aw, so the students are excited. What about like the families and the parents?
Families are very appreciative of the help when they come through. I always have families stop and thank me for having the program and continuing to provide that program for families.
I'm sure, because I mean, beginning the school year, that comes with like a lot of stress for parents. It's like, I got to figure out childcare potentially, rides potentially, and school fees, school supplies. You're just taking a little bit of that burden off of them.
Yes, we're trying to, yes.
That's great. So what kind of what goes into the planning of like an event like this?
Well, our program relies strictly on donations from our community. So we start the planning in about January. I send out letters to our community and just asking for monetary donations. We do have a lot of businesses that will host a supply drive, if you will, where I put out donation containers and customers that come in can drop off backpacks, school supplies. I add those to the current supplies that we have that I've purchased.
Okay, and then you make like an assembly line and start bagging these backpacks?
We do. When the monetary donations start coming in, then I start planning, coordinate with Walmart, and I have a contact there, and I place an order with them in about February, so he can start working on that. I will pick up all the purchases from Walmart next week, and then it is an assembly line. We unpack everything, we sort it out, and then we just start going through and we say kindergarten needs this, and we bag it up in a Walmart bag and we put it in a container, and then we'll go, when we have enough of those, we'll go to first grade and we continue all the way to 8th grade.
Wow, that's like quite an undertaking.
It is. We have quite a system, and I'm super thankful for the volunteers that come and help us do that. We have a lot of our sports teams from the high school that will come and help as well.
That's great. So this year you have something new that you're trying, right?
Yes, we're trying a sensory time this year from 8 to 8:30. It's nothing that you have to register for or sign up for, but we know in our schools that we have a need for that time where there's not a lot of people and it's very quiet for those students to come in and be able to choose their own items and be excited for school to start.
That's great. Just being more inclusive. Like, inclusion is so important, especially for like the younger years.
Yes, definitely.
So like, do you have any big plans for the future, or like, how do you see this looking in like the next 5 years?
We have grown Tools for School substantially since I've taken over in the last 4 years, where we're kind of going for that one-stop shop. So a family can come, they can get their school physical, they can get their immunizations, they can come through and get their backpack and their supplies, and we've provided also resources from our community. So if somebody needs assistance with something, they have the opportunity to see what that resource provides them. And maybe they don't want to stop and talk at that particular moment, but they can pick up that information and take it with them so they can contact that resource at a later date. So what I see in 5 years is just expanding on those resources for our families. What can we provide for our families that they need to help them better prepare and care for their children?
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking, like volunteer-wise. So you need like volunteers are always something you're looking for, donations, whether they be monetary or supplies, and then also like those nonprofits and those services. So how would somebody reach out if they're like, hey, I'd actually like to support your cause?
If anybody would like to support Tools for School, we take donations all year long. This is not just we only take it in the summertime because we're preparing for school. We actually take donations all year, or supplies. A lot of times people ask me, oh, there's backpacks on sale right now. Can I purchase those for you? Yes, thank you. I will take them and I will find a place to store them until next year. So if people want to make a monetary donation or donate supplies at any time, that goes out to our central office on 1335 Franklin Grove Road, and they take all of the monetary donations and they'll house any supplies until I get out there and get them.
And how can they reach out, like contact information wise?
We do have a Facebook page. If you're on Facebook and you go to Tools for School, we do have a Facebook page where we are always providing resources to our families, and it does have my contact information on it. My phone number is listed, as well as my email, which is just mdallas@dps170.org.
Perfect. So then what are the details for Tools for School if someone qualifies? Where do they, what time is it at and whatnot?
Tools for School takes place on Thursday, August 7th at the Elks Lodge, which is 1279 Franklin Grove Road. It starts at 9 a.m. We do not let anybody in early. We do have people arrive early, but we do not let anyone in early because we're trying to coordinate our volunteers. We get a lot of impact students, so we're trying to coordinate and make sure we're ready so that we're efficient when people come in and they can get in and get out and get on with their day. So it runs from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then again, we have 4 to 6 p.m. the same day.
Okay. Excellent. So I always love to end with a personal question.
Yes.
So let's say you're back in school again. You got to decide what color notebooks to use for what subject. You have reading, math, science, and social studies. What color notebooks are you using for those subjects?
Well, I think I would have to use yellow for math because that would be my hardest subject, and yellow is just a bright color.
Okay.
And I would have to use blue for reading because that would be my favorite. And science and social studies, I'm thinking science would be green because to me it makes sense, like green grass and science. And social studies, whatever I have left over.
I do agree with green for not social studies, for science. I always feel like green is the science color.
Yes.
But I switch it up. I do red for reading. Something about red just reminds me of reading, and then blue for math.
Oh, nice.
I have no rhyme or reason, just in my brain, that's what makes sense to me. Was there anything you want to add about Tools for School?
I just would love to thank the community that we have in Dixon for supporting our program, and all of those that have donated thus far to get us where we are so we can continue to have a program that provides for so many students in our community.
Absolutely, and I just wish you all the luck in your endeavor. And thank you for coming here to talk to me today, Mandy.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, and I want to say thank you, of course, to our listeners and to our production crew. And remember that the Radar Free Press is free, so we do rely on those likes, shares, and comments to keep us thriving. And if you want to see more videos like this, check out theradar.online.